Yeah, that's why we got him on the show, ladies and gentlemen. He keeps us on our toes.
Make sure your transition game is 100.
He keep us on our toes. He keep them on.
Yo, you stupid. You dumb. All right. So what's else on the docket? We got the wide receivers out here going crazy. Odell, we don't know what the hell going on with him. AB and Ben Roethlisberger got their shit together. I guess it seems like they're back on the same page. But who are some wide receivers that people may need if you got, actually, Amari Cooper. We're talking about bye weeks. Amari Cooper's on a bye. But what are we thinking about Amari Cooper, man? Because the trade rumors are circling and they're thinking about putting him out there for a trade. If he gets traded, depending on what team he goes to, does his value go up or down? Because he's having a bad year.
I think it depends exactly on what you said. What team you go to.
Yeah, but what good team's gonna pick him? Because if you're a good team, you don't need him.
Yeah. What price would you pay for Amari Cooper? I don't know. I mean, I'm just thinking for teams like
the Patriots don't need him.
Nope.
But if they got him, they're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they're going to the Super Bowl.
But their team's straight though already. They got Gordon, Gronk, Edelman, Hogan.
Yeah.
He's up and down.
And you put Amari Cooper there instead of Hogan, they're going to the Super Bowl. They're unstoppable.
They're already a Super Bowl team, man.
They are. They are.
Then they got White. He's like a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need nobody else.
Sony Michel?
But what you willing to give to get him?
To add on that, so you said, okay, so we know if he go to New England, they're good.
Yeah, but who are they going to give up? They got to give up somebody for him.
No. What I'm saying is he was saying that the point I was making was it depends on who's at center and taking those snaps, depending on what his value would be in fantasy.
Right. Do you think...
You send his ass to Buffalo, he ain't doing nothing out there.
Hell no, because they don't got no quarterback.
Nah. Exactly. So it depends on who's taking the snaps, man.
You think if he went to Tennessee, would he be able to revive Mariota?
Hell no.
No. It don't matter who Mariota got.
But he's supposed to be the number wide receiver in Oakland anyway, so he should be getting thrown to like at least 10, 12 times a game anyway.
He's getting targets. I think he's averaging 7 targets a game.
So he's just not catching them, or it's just short passes.
Bad passes. I think he may have had at least a drop a game, but I don't know exactly the stats on that. But I know he's getting at least 7 targets.
I know last game he got his ass popped and was gone with a concussion.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's the other thing. Now you got this whole concussion protocol you got to go through. Is that when they started talking trade?
No, it was before that.
It was before that. That he keeping all the money for himself, bro. That's what he's doing. I just saw that he's making
110, I think, for fucking 10 years.
It's crazy.
Hey, look, man, you gotta do a Scrooge McDuck.
I want that real money.
He wants to jump in a pool of money.
Listen, let me tell you. There's a website for the coach Gruden. It tells you Gruden has made $4 since you've arrived at this website. He's made $7,788,550 in total. He is still owed $92,211,446, and it's a counter. He already made $10 in the last 2 seconds we've been talking. This dude is making so much money.
Yo, I don't know what's going on over there, man, but he's obviously getting rid of some of the wrong people.
Yeah. The first move he made was getting rid of Khalil. See how that worked out. But anyway, back to fantasy. Let Coach Gruden be rich. Let that man live. But something I want to talk about last week that, man, we didn't get a chance to get to. The kickers. What's up with the kicking game? This is the craziest week. I know a lot of people, like when you got the close games, don't lie to yourself. You be looking at your kicker and hope they put up 25 for you. If you never hoped your kicker was going to put up at least 20 for you, you're lying, okay? I've been in them situations where you're like, yo, if he could just get 2 50-yarders and 1 third, dog, you've been there. But this year, who do you do?
The kicker, my kicker is the reason I lost.
See?
Blue kicker dropped 22 on me last week, and I lost by 10.
Dang. See?
Who was your kicker?
Who was theirs? Shit. I got to check on that one, man. I don't even remember.
So the question really is, how do you pick a kicker? What criteria do you use to pick a kicker? Get Janikowski? Not Janikowski.
Harrison?
No. The kicker for New England. I got him. What is his name?
Stephen?
Gostowski.
Steven Gostowski. By the way, he looks exactly like Tom Brady. If you see his little thumbnail, on all of the fantasy apps, you could put Tom Brady there and nobody would know the difference. Actually, it might be Tom Brady and then he getting double paid. I don't know.
You know we're gonna have to kill you for that, right?
He
Forchunit, he's coming for you
he
right now.
might be looking for me now. I'm the first one to put the theory out. But yeah, this dude. How do you pick a kicker?
It depends, man. So like, I don't know. Like, I didn't get rid of Mason Crosby after that
Debacle.
game he had against Detroit.
Oh man.
Because he turned around and dropped 17 for me this week.
He did. He redeemed himself. He won the game. All that. It was beautiful. But last week was horrible. I mean,
it's too seasoned for you to drop him off of that, though.
True. But it made you mad enough to want to punch him in his shit if you was on the team.
Yeah.
I would have in the locker room. Like, come here, man. Let me talk to you. Bow. You better get this shit together. Like, I'm out here bleeding. You trot yourself off the sideline to kick this kick and miss.
You got one thing you gotta do.
One thing.
You got one thing you gotta do. You practice it all the time in practice. We over here practicing.
Right. You practice the same play. You practice the same play all day. The kick. That's all you do.
But we call you the leg. We call you Achilles. No, man, I think that you have to look at the offense that they plan on, right?
Right.
So you want an offense that's at least good enough to know that they're going to get you in field goal range. So I got Will Lutz is in my money league, and I actually had to drop him, the kicker from New Orleans, because it was on a bye week. I ended up picking up Matt Prater because I think that Detroit is always going to be good enough to get their offense going to be good enough to get you in the red zone, but they don't always push it in. You know what I mean? So,
I feel like it's a sweet spot with an offense. The offenses that can move the ball but struggle in to get all the way in there. That's the kicker you want. I don't want the kicker who's they scoring touchdowns every time because I'm only getting 1 point. So they can score 5 touchdowns and I got 5 points from my kicker. Nah. I need you to have a couple of red zone struggles and maybe not as strong as of a running back. So hopefully you get held out a little bit, which Detroit is kind of like that.
That's what they had.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. It's a sweet spot for kickers, man. Like, you don't want some trash offense. Like, the offense got to be good enough to move the ball to get them with the infield goal range.
Yeah.
But not good enough to have a high. I kind of go for those lower red zone percentages, and you can pull this up online.
Yeah, people red zone conversion is a little low. That means they field goal kickers is putting up points. It's a good one. Now I kind of got the same theories.
This is how fucked up my shit is. I got Matt Bryant. This nigga kicked a 58-yarder and blew his fucking hammy out. Shit.
I was just about to say that.
That's how fucked up my lead is right now.
Somebody called me
I'm happy and sad at the same time.
Bro, you definitely are having a bad year. Damn.
I seen that too. I seen that.
My kicker has.
I was watching the game with the wife. I'm like, did he grab his ass? She's like, nah, I think he grabbed his hamstring.
That was a little too close for comfort.
Yeah, I've never had an injured kicker. That's crazy. Everything bad.
Kicking,
Right.
Nigga kickers like
going with now, T Money?
I still didn't pick somebody. I still got time. So
Jesus Christ.
We need to help T Money. T Money, get your fantasy out. We about to pick a kicker.
Look, I'm on it right now. Look, man, you got Matt Prater out there for you. You know what I'm saying?
Pick up Matt Prater.
He holds the record for the longest kick in the history of the NFL. Pick him up, man.
Yeah, but is he consistent?
He's Detroit's kicker. We
He's
just
Detroit's kicker.
explained. We just explained.
Get there.
Where have you been during this whole conversation?
That's Detroit kicker. We just told you the type of offense they are, where they gonna move the ball and get stuck. I should pick him up. I don't even know what I'm telling you.
Stay
I
away
feel
from
bad
Will.
for you.
Stay away from Will. That's just who Forchunit drops. He's not gonna come through this week.
I just don't trust Detroit's team like that.
You're playing with the game. You trust his offense.
Trust that they're not good enough to score touchdowns, but they will get close.
Close enough to kick, and that's all you care about. Pick this. Forchunit. Just pick him up. Just pick him up. He don't want him.
I got a kicker. I don't need him.
I picked up Prater because I had to drop New Orleans kicker last week because they was on bye, and I ended up picking up was it Scoops from Tennessee?
Swoops.
Yeah. He played for Tennessee.
Yeah, he played for Tennessee.
Dude,
I was thinking about Greg Joseph from Cleveland Browns.
yeah, he gave me absolutely nothing. Tennessee did not score last week.
Yeah, they were trash. And Baltimore's defense put up so many points last week. That's why I lost too. Not gonna go into it.
Yeah, you're not gonna go into it because that was a big ass L. It's still on your forehead.
It was. I'm upset about it. I'm upset.
All right, Drake.
Now this nigga's deep.
This nigga dancing. This
I'm
nigga doing
upset.
the whole.
Nah, it's all good. I wanted to go.
Unfortunately,
on a
dancing
four
does
game
not
winning
translate
streak.
into fantasy points.
Don't worry about me, man. I got this whole thing mapped out. I ain't worried about y'all at all.
That is what people say when they take a double L. We gonna be sitting here at week 8.
Nah. All right. So what else we got on the list of things we definitely want to cover this week for you guys or all the listeners? Anything else?
Like I would say like defenses.
Yeah, that's exactly defense.
Defenses.
Who you sticking with this week?
Like people keep picking Jaguars in Minnesota and shit, and
Destroyed.
they're laying you down.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Minnesota did good for me last week, but Jaguars, I don't know what happened, bro. Jaguars, Chicago. Chicago never was putting up major points. People were scoring on them, and they was staying around the 10.
Well, that one week they played Tampa Bay, they put up like 30.
Yeah, but other than that, they was putting up 10, 15 points off of sacks, little stuff like that. Not a whole lot of turnovers, but they were still getting their sacks, but not as many points as they could because they was giving up points. Jaguars, I don't know what happened to them. Last 2 weeks, they look like a different team. And I don't know if the teams they was playing that just exposed them, but they look like a totally different defense the last 2 weeks than they have in the beginning, where they was just shutting down everything. It started with the Kansas City loss.
Yeah.
After the Kansas City loss, I don't know. They lost their mojo. Somebody stole their bike. I don't know what happened. But
I think it's just they got a little too cocky from last year.
right. Who was it? Jalen Ramsey out there talking junk?
He always talking shit.
Man, don't speak too soon. It's too late now. I'm not picking them up. I'm not giving up on them just yet, but I'm not like dropping my defense to go grab them if somebody dropped them. I may wait on them. Check the rest of their schedule.
Like for what I do, I've been dropping defenses every week almost. I see whoever's playing the weakest team that I think they have a better advantage of, I pick them up. I'm not sticking with one defense.
How does that work out for you?
The last 2 weeks, actually, my one defense scored 20-something, and the other one scored almost 30, I think.
Word. I mean, that's
the
a smart
Chargers
move.
were playing the Browns. I picked up the Chargers defense last week.
That was last week I wanted to drop. I had Minnesota since the beginning of the season, and they gave me 2 bad games where they gave me like a negative, and then the other game they scored like 5 points. But other than that, they've been giving me 10 or better, which is cool. But I wanted to drop them last week and actually pick up Baltimore when they was playing Tennessee, and something told me not to. I don't know. I guess I didn't want to risk it or whatever, but